And good morning, dear ones. Today is the 27th. That says the 26th on your screen, but that's just my typo. It's actually the 27th, the morning of the 27th, and I'm here with my dear friend, Reverend Shaun Furlong. And, I like to say hello to the people that are watching the recording at a later date first, because in the world of live streaming, no one on Facebook or YouTube can see this yet. Right about now, they might be able to start seeing it. So I like to say hello to everybody that's watching a recording at a later date and let you know that we appreciate you being with us here this morning. And this program, I don't even know why I call it a program. It's more of just my personal tap in, check in is how it started. Just going to start praying when I felt like it at random times and irregular times. And then I realized, there's a lot of my friends I want to talk to. There's a lot of friends and colleagues that I haven't prayed with in forever. And I also recognize that ministers are busier than ever right now. So I better schedule them rather than just try to catch them at the spur of the moment. So anyway, we do these at 8 a.m. and 8:15 p.m. And I'm bringing in some friends. We get a chance to just kind of check in, say hello, get our morning started in a really great way. If you're watching these, you'll notice that every morning my hair looks pretty good. By the time I get to the 8 p.m., the hair don't look so good. But, that's just life. So anyway, today I've got my dear friend, Reverend Shaun, with us. Hello, Reverend Shaun.
Hello. Thank you for inviting me. Good to be here.
Absolutely. Grateful to have you here. And, kind of, Shaun, what we've been doing is, again, the whole idea is we just pray for what shows up. And I don't have any specific prayer requests that anybody wants this morning to be included. However, if there is anybody out there that you would like your prayer included in this program, just send me an email, revbriz@spiritevolving.com, and we'll get your prayer request into our circle and make sure that we're praying on your behalf. Also, if you're feeling in need of just a one-on-one prayer or would like to connect with myself or Reverend Shaun individually, maybe for a phone call or whatever, reach out to me by email. I'll make sure you get Shaun's information, or you can get to me as well. So Reverend Shaun, morning prayers are all about getting us moving in the day. And I kind of ask everybody that shows up here the same thing. What's in your heart this day, and what's your prayer request this day?
Well, it feels to me very much like we all know that we have been, in terms of race thought, and that's, of course, human race thought, not race. But we're immersed in fear right now, and it's worldwide. It's everywhere, pretty much. But it feels to me like in the States here that things have moved to a different level of fear, and it's as though things are getting very real for a lot of people. We're also hearing about, the people that we know of, or people, the Prime Minister of England, just got it. And, we're just starting to hear more and more, high visibility people getting it. So it just seems more real. So what I'd like to bring into the consciousness here is that there's nothing more or less real about this thing than there ever has or ever will be. It is what it is. Obviously, it's important and it's a crisis and we're dealing with it and all those things. And well, we should. But the most important thing for all of us is our consciousness and where we're coming from. And, we like to think in our movement that we are, we're kind of little islands sometimes, that we are, what we do makes, the difference in our lives. But we're really all interconnected. There's only one, and we are that expressing. And so our thoughts combine with the thoughts of the human race. And so what I want to do today is just bring that into a little more consciousness, a little higher level of realization that what we put out, we get back, but what we put out actually mixes in and comes back, and it's all one pie. We only obviously have conscious control over our own, but how we approach everything makes a difference. So I did notice in the last 48 hours that there seems to be this heightened level of anxiety. And what I'd like to do is just remind ourselves. Our only problem is that we forget. We all know this stuff. But what I'd like to do is just right now, just do a remembering of what the truth is for all of us, for ourselves and for humanity at large.
Yeah,
Is that clear? Is that good?
absolutely.
All right.
Clear to me. Let's see how it shows up in prayer. So what we're going to do here, folks, is what we call a share a prayer. Reverend Shaun's going to get us started, and at some point, Spirit's going to tell him that he's done and it's time to throw it over my way. He'll pass the prayer along, and then I'll take it, run with it, and close it up, and we'll do all of this. So, well, I don't know. We'll do this.
All
I
righty.
don't know. Who knows how long it's going to take, but we'll do it. So,
All right.
Reverend Shaun, please.
So let's all of us together just take a deep breath. Breathe in and then just breathe out. Again, another beautiful, big, deep, full breath. And then a breath out. Let's take a moment in that breathing to remind ourselves of the truth. And so here's what I know about the truth. There is only one power, one mind, one consciousness that is all. It goes by many names. It doesn't matter. It is beyond naming. And it is literally everything there is. And from our perspective as human beings, it is also everything there ever was and everything there can ever be. And this power, this consciousness, has a quality of love and goodness. Anything unlike that is not of this one. Anything unlike that comes from within ourselves. Just an error in thinking. And there's nothing to be blamed about or feel bad about. We just do this. And in our teaching, in our belief, we know the truth. But it is so easy in any situation to know something else. So in this moment, I declare this truth of the oneness, the consciousness that is all good and only good and can only be that. And that we ourselves, because we are emanations of that good, we ourselves are good. I also know that we ourselves are near, immersed in, always this good at hand. This consciousness of love is always right where we are, in every situation, no matter what. So I know right now that that's my truth. Only good can come into my experience, and I can only put good out. That's my truth, and I come from my place, my core truth, in this prayer, in this treatment, in this moment. I know that whatever the noise level is with our fellow humans, whatever is going on in the world, the truth is unmovable and unchangeable. It is good and always good and can only be good. So no matter what the appearance, I hold on to the truth that this good is my good right here, right now. It is my very nature. It is who I am, and it can never change because it is the core, my soul, who I truly, really am, which is all good. So in this consciousness of remembering my good and reminding others of theirs, I pass this prayer over to Robert.
Yes. Yes, 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 yes. I feel that sacred yes rising up from within, that chance and opportunity to be in the presence and to recognize the presence as all about. I know there is a great unfolding that is happening across this entire planet right now and beyond. A great healing, a great birth, a great resurrection that is being birthed from human consciousness. And so I know that it is in this time that humanity, each one here, each one present to this experience, that as someone, anyone listening at a later time, that each one is being called to step up and step into this brave new world, into this new way of being, this new way of seeing, of recognizing the unity of life now more than ever. And I am so incredibly refreshed to hear politicians and newscasters, people in places of influence speaking about this oneness, speaking about the fact that we are truly all connected, that there is nothing other than this one life we call humanity, and that I know as God's life. There is only one life. That life is perfect. That life is God's life. That life is my life. That life is your life right now and always. And it could never be any other way. And so I know that in this oneness, that miracles are happening. Great and grand and glorious miracles happening every day. And yes, there is the humanness. There is that human condition. And I know that is simply a part and a portion of the journey. For those that are choosing to leave the planet at this time for whatever reason, and those that didn't know they were choosing, and each one left behind to question the why and wonder around the how and and all of that. I take all of that and I look at it through the eyes of peace, recognizing life as eternal, knowing that there is nothing lost in the mind of God, there is no one departed in the mind of God, that those leaving this planet at this time are moving on to a higher plane. And those of us that choose to stay are here to do great work, to transform this planet, one heartbeat at a time, one consciousness at a time, to transform the way we connect and the way we look at neighborhoods and community, the way we look at work and politics, the way we who we value, the way we look at sports and entertainment, all of it. It's all gone. The past is past, and we are opening a new door to a new world, to a new way of being. And we get to make it up differently this time. We get to make it up so it works for everybody, not just the few, but that this thing called life, this community, this experience of living together is truly together. There is no separation in the mind of God. There is only absolute unity. There is no dis-ease in the mind of God. There is only the absolute flow of life. And I am reminded that for myself, fear is nothing more than forgetting to empower absolute reality. And so when I feel the fear come up, I turn away from that and I remember. I remember to embrace, to empower, to affirm the absolute reality of life. All is well because it all is God. And it could be no other way. So I am in this moment just filled with a sense of gratitude. Grateful for this glorious day that rolls out before me. Grateful for the connections and the opportunities that are coming my way this day. Grateful for the opportunity to be in a place of safety, to be healthy. But most especially, I'm grateful to know that God's got this, that I can get myself out of the way, trust in the fact that the power and the presence and the intelligence that knows all, that sees all, that encompasses all, that one God has got this. It is not I that does the work, it is God that does the work. So I release this word with a grateful heart. I release this word into the law, into God's law that is already operating, and I know this is done. Nothing more, nothing less. Witnessing God's life. So I call it good and very good. I let it be. And I affirm this truth by just saying, and so
So it
it
is.
is. Mm. So it is, dear ones. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being with us today. Let's get Reverend Shaun back up on the board there. And if you would like to connect with Reverend Shaun, you can do so at his website there, blackbirdsrising.org. It's a great place. Go check that out and see what he's doing. Like I've been saying, ministers are busier than ever, it seems, and we're still pushing forward our projects, and we're still making sure that we're supporting the ministries that we're involved with. So I thank you, Reverend Shaun, for doing what you do.
Thank you so much for having me, Robert. Appreciate it always.
Absolutely. And as you know, folks, gig workers all over the world, and ministers are included in that in a lot of places. Pretty much most of my income streams dried up. So in no way I want you to feel any pressure. And if you are in a place where you can drop an extra dollar or two in the tip jar, or 20 grand, either way, it's up to you, or anywhere in between. Just know that any contribution is absolutely greatly appreciated. Goes a long way to keeping everything running around this household and keeping us bringing these broadcasts to you. So again, Reverend Shaun, thank you for being with us. I keep saying this, I don't want to have to start repeating ministers. I hope we're not here that long, but I do hope you would also come back and join us again sometime.
Anytime. It's an honor and a pleasure. And always great to work with you, Robert.
Well, thank you. Okay, folks, well, that's it for this morning. We're out of here. Oh, look at that. We're only just a minute over. I love when that happens. I will be back at 8:15 this evening for evening prayers, and it's Friday night. I don't know who I've got coming to join me, but I tell you, Friday night prayers usually get a little bit raucous. So come join us and have some fun. Until then, have a great day. Find a way, find the peace, find the love, but whatever you do, find the oneness throughout your day. Till later. Peace and blessings. Love you.